At least we're a long ways from the track.
Right before you ready to let off, just light them up because it's slimy.
What's up, everybody? Out here at the Whites. I think we got everything loaded up, ready to go. Headed up to Lucas tonight. Had another little curveball. Those of you that don't know, Rob's car has been for sale since I think like May. Quite a while. Hasn't had any good hits on it. Some guys acting like they're interested, but nothing too serious. Rob and Bryan were in the shop a couple weeks ago, and it seemed like Bryan's really missing stock car racing. And they were talking, and Bryan said something about, you know, it wouldn't be this hard for the pure stock they've got. Turn it into a stock car. Wouldn't take very much. And Rob's got his stock car for sale, and he's wanting to run a pure stock. He's wanting to kind of, I guess, semi-retire maybe, and just kind of run here and there when he wants to. And so Rob's like, well, why don't we just trade? So that's what they did. So we got the stock car in the trailer. Gonna run up to Wheatland tonight. I think it is their season championship. Of course, we had no run for the points. Bryan did, I think, race last week. I meant to go, but I ended up getting sick, couldn't go. I think he ran 5th or 6th or something. It's not too bad. I think it is a different car. Yeah, when Bryan talked about, I think his car, Bryan's stock car, it seemed to be a little more rigid. The chassis and stuff, it just didn't seem to have the flex that Rob's cars got. I raced go-karts when I was a kid, and my first go-kart I had was an old school, or I think late 90s go-kart, and its chassis had a lot of flex in it. And we bought, a friend of ours moved up to racing modifieds, and we bought his kind of setup or whatever, and his chassis was newer, more adjustments, a lot fancier chassis, but it was a really stiff chassis, and I just was not good with the stiff chassis. So that might be something that Bryan's got to learn here. He had his old stock car for several years, I think, had it dialed in, set up good, especially for Lucas. He when we'd go to like Springfield or somewhere else, it didn't seem like it was good as he wanted it to be, and he thought he just raced Lucas enough that he kind of really got the setup dialed in for Lucas. But that's a completely different chassis, different brand, different year, everything. I don't know how much. It's almost September, gonna be September next weekend. I don't know how much more racing we're gonna have. Like I said, this is a season championship up here. I think Springfield's been racing stock cars every week, so we probably run up there. There's nobody, I don't think anybody around here races on Fridays, but Midway has kind of messed with the Power Eye super stock rules to make it to where stock cars can run. Will's ran up there several times, and Simon has too. They usually don't do near as good. Super stock's got a lot more motor than these guys seem like, but we'll see. It's kind of been raining this today a couple times. I live like 30 minutes southeast of here, and we're heading even farther north, so hopefully we don't get wet. A little shower wouldn't be too bad. Luckily it's not too hot. It's been like 100 and some degrees every day this week. Terrible, but it's pretty comfortable right now. I think it's in the mid 80s, not too bad, still pretty humid. Then we got everything loaded up here, and we're gonna head northwest and see what we can do tonight. At least we're a long ways from the track. tank?
Yeah, it's over half. Not 3/4, but it's over half.
Over half.
It's only 87.
It's only 87. What do we need? 110? Well, we made it out. Will's out too. His stock car. And actually, Michael Stake over there, he's the one that I said we bought that other go-kart chassis off of. That was kind of rigid and I didn't do good. That was his car. That's who we bought it from. This is his first time racing since last fall, I think. He raced at Midway. He doesn't race, family man now, doesn't race too much, but when he does, he's good. Especially for his older equipment, his freight motor he's got. He knows how to wheel a car. But pretty good turnout tonight. I would say a little bit better than normal weekly show. It ended up being a perfect night. It's beautiful, a little breeze. It's kind of warm in the sun, but in the shade it feels real good. Hopefully we have a good night tonight. Bryan said he changed everything on the car last week. He said it felt like it didn't really have very much rear grip, so I think he put it on the scales and changed a whole bunch of stuff this week. So hopefully we can end up towards the front, maybe not in victory lane, but podium finish would be real nice. Been talking, might do some traveling here towards the end of the year. Like I said, Springfield I think would be probably, I don't know that they're going to race here anymore. They might have a couple special races, but I don't know if the stock cars will be on the docket until Nationals. I think it's October, first week of October. We'll be back up here. So we might do some traveling around this fall. It'll be pretty cool. See some new places they've never been to. But we're getting ready to roll out for drivers meeting here. Hopefully we have a solid night tonight. First class out. It's probably gonna be pretty muddy, I'm feeling. We haven't been up to look at the track yet, but I'd say it's probably gonna be pretty wet, as humid as it is. And with the rain, they probably didn't have to put very much water on it, I doubt. Well, gonna get seated up here. Beautiful night. Beautiful night for racing. Well, haul off wasn't too bad. It's still really slimy. So he's just pretty much babying it. None of the guys could really power down. There's enough cars here. Sun's actually went on some clouds, I guess, and it's so humid and not real hot. I don't think it's going to dry the track up. It's just going to have to blow off, and there's enough cars here that'll happen pretty quick. I'd say probably halfway, 3/4 through hot laps, it'll probably blow off pretty good. As long as they keep it in good shape all night, I think we'll be all right. That's the only thing. The only worry I would have was I'm not real sure how much rain they got up here. And if it's too much, the track can be too wet, too deep. It'll end up rutting up or chunking up pretty bad. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get a good surface here. Just double checking some stuff. I'm just making sure we're happy with the setup right now. Still pretty muddy.
Mine, I just go like that and turn it. You can feel it like jerk up on the left side. Let's shock now. For his heat, starts third heat. A lot of stock cars here tonight. Second row outside, so he's got some passing points he can make up here. I'm not sure if they still do redraw. They have before. I can't remember if they said anything about it in driver's meeting or not. Hopefully we can pass some guys. His heat didn't seem too stacked, just the names I saw. A couple I didn't recognize, but hopefully the shock deal was just something simple. We got it fixed and he drove it, and it seemed like the car rolled pretty good. So hopefully we'll get some good grip and everything will be good tonight.
he kept catching him. Rob said my race pass says he turned the fastest lap out of all stock cars. So that's pretty good. Kind of hard. I thought maybe just need a little something, just a little. We might still make an adjustment, I don't know, but turn the fastest lap. I kind of don't really want to change anything. But knocking some mud off here, it's still pretty wet. The track did look pretty good. The bottom's still real wet. I don't know. It'd probably stay like that all night, honestly, as humid as it is. Stock cars is about the only class here that really likes to run the bottom a lot. There are quite a few of them, so maybe it'll burn in a little bit. Overall, not too bad. Hopefully we have I don't know, I'm sure just a fourth to second there, up one spot. I'd say we'll probably start mid pack of the feature. The passive point's not a great game there. Maybe, you know, we got a good long run car here, it looked like, so maybe the feature will stay green for quite a while. We can pass some guys. Maybe end up with a podium tonight.
Still, like going in, you'd be good down the straight run. Right before you're ready to let off, just light them up because it's slimy. Late model and he rolls off at some of the snaps here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Larry Harrison holds off and parks.
B-modified, B features, you need to be in staging. B-modified, B features, you need to be in staging.
Yep.
Still got that big right front on there.
Can do it.
And I think they have the last chance race. Or no ball there? Yeah. I'm sure it's about
Everybody's getting suited up. Feature. Bryan starts 4th row inside. Not too bad. Track looks pretty good. It's still pretty wet down the bottom. Everybody was running the top, but I guess they were in a B-mod B main and everybody's running the bottom. So maybe the bottom's coming in. Made a shock change and put some fresh rubber on the rear, so hopefully we get some good grip here. Will's a couple rows in front of us. Got a good row on the inside. I think the inside's a little better than the outside, which is a good thing for us. Starting a little deeper. Hopefully we have a good run here and at least get on the podium.
I need you in staging.
power steering. That's why I pulled off. Just threw a belt. No belt there from the water pump, the power steering pump. He was doing all right there. It seemed, once again, like a long run car. And he got up behind that slow car there, got him out of rhythm. I don't know, maybe that hitting the brakes or something. I seen something fall off. I thought it was just a chunk of mud. It might have been the belt. Like, I don't know, 2-3 laps maybe before he pulled off. But it didn't look like nothing's tore up. It didn't get into the radiator or any hoses or anything. Just a belt. Oh. That sucks, you know. It's not like, I don't know, it's not necessarily something you didn't check, you know what I mean? Something just happens, so. He did, I think he moved up, I think he was either in 5th or 6th when that happened. The 8 car pulled off and there was another one, but I think he was behind him. So he's probably in 5th or 6th. Up a couple spots. Him and Waylon had a real good race. Side by side there for a while. Good on both of them staying off each other. Not too bad a night here. I think they just finished up. We're in a B-Mod heat, or the B-Mod feature, so I think we're gonna go up and try to watch that. It ended up being a real nice night. Track's in real good shape still. Didn't dry out, so I think it seems like it's either a slick spot or a rough spot going into 3. Every once in a while the guys will hit it and kind of skim up the track. It looks like almost like they're getting tight pushing maybe. I'm not sure if it's still wet or if it's just kind of rough. Not too bad a night. We can load the car up in one piece. Not too unhappy with it. Of course we'd at least like to finish, but we'll take it. We're back in the trailer, head back to Lebanon. I'm not sure what we'll be if we're racing next week. Teaser, Jacob's going to race the Pure Stock here in a week or 2. He was supposed to race last night at Midway. Midway canceled. So look for that coming up here, and I think maybe not next week, but the week after. But we're going to load the car up here, head back to Lebanon. We'll see you guys at the track.